one's asking why. The world keeps spinning, no one seems to care. Lost in the noise, a silent prayer. Does anyone out there even hear the cry? I'm just a voice in the wind, but I'll keep on screaming, 'cause someone's missing. I won't stop dreaming.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi. Welcome. We're live. I'm sorry. I don't know why my intro wouldn't play, but I saw that the screen was black, so I had to wait till it finished before it would let me say anything.
Yes.
But what I will do today, right now, is I'll go ahead and play the little short that I made, Colton, and we'll discuss it from there. Is that okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
He is 20 feet tall, weighs 272 pounds, has been missing since November 15th, 5 p.m. He was last seen at West 17th St. at Wall Ave, Ogden, Utah. He was last wearing a dark navy hoodie, jeans, black skater shoes with red writing. K9 units tracked his scent from the UTA employee parking lot to the northwest corner of 17th and Wall, where he ended. A heavy gamer, he was very active on Discord, Rec Room, TikTok, but his account is now deleted. Coltin's mom that someone online was sending him threatening messages, claiming they had found his IP address and said they would see him Friday. He blocked them, but went missing 3 days later. Coltin is on the autism spectrum, high functioning. Personality notes: he is very chill, quiet, friendly. He does ramble about games or movies, but has the maturity level of a 15-year-old. He often repeats things, will say hi to strangers, and may mumble if stared at. He bites his fingernails when anxious, and may use the F word when nervous. He sometimes cannot judge right versus wrong and seeks guidance from a... Not actually he's autistic just by talking to him. Contact local authorities immediately. Qualifies for the $300 reward. Please call 911 or the Ogden City Police Department, the Weber Area Dispatch non-emergency line at 801-395-8221.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll kind of put us over to the side fire.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and let you kind of take it from here. I do have a few questions about Colton, but can you tell me like about his normal personality stuff that's just stuff he's used himself to?
I'm sorry, but you kind of split up there for a minute. I'm not sure.
Oh, is the sound okay, chat?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me about his personality?
He's a fun-loving guy. I mean, he likes to laugh. He likes to joke around. He has a hard time with people sometimes, because
Right.
it's just the way he is. But he likes to quote movie things. He's always talking about video games.
That's my grandson also. He has Asperger's, and if quote any kind of movie or play out a game constantly. Is he like that also?
Yes, ma'am, he is.
Okay. Is he very literal?
Yes, he's very verbal.
No, literal, like take everything to heart.
On a lot of things, yes, he would. So that's why I'm wondering if, like, whoever was online saying things to him, he literally took it to heart and felt like maybe he needed to leave so we weren't in danger. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because this is not like him just to take off. Like, if something was bothering him and we had had a discussion, which that didn't happen that day, he would have took a walk and he would have came right back, because the normal thing for him would be, if his phone is going dead, he would be home charging it. He's always on his phone, like to look at YouTube, for instance. He would check out YouTube and just tell me about things that he found that were funny, and like this. So like this is abnormal for him to have his phone off the day he left. Like this is not normal for him. He left his phone cord here, which is one of the things. This is just abnormal. Like my son wouldn't take off like this. This is not his normal activity. Um, I'm sorry, I'm not put together today, but
No, no, you need to pause in between. Absolutely, dude. We don't know how you're feeling right now. So if please, if it's too much, just take a breath and we'll take it.
I just want to get the word out there that I'm desperate and I need my son found. A person contacted me this morning over the phone saying that they had probably saw him, excuse me, on 12th Street here on 12th Street by the sheriff's department, but they didn't have sorry, I'm going to say this, they didn't have the knowledge to stop. That seems a little weird to me.
Right, right. I've seen
He,
several different articles too. Did he have a blue backpack with him also?
yes, he had a blue and black backpack with
Okay.
him. We
Okay.
noticed that was missing, but
And
he
a
didn't.
ghost face mask?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He's been on this ghost face mask like all year long. When Halloween hit, like
Sure.
I did take him out trick or treating with his friends. He had two friends that are like family. One was his girlfriend. She's been with us every single day looking for him, other than when she has to go to work. But she's even having breakdowns at work. Like it's been affecting her a lot. The other person that is like a adopted son to me, he's pretty devastated himself. He doesn't know what to think about any of this. Sorry, excuse me. And
Okay.
so yeah, he was all on this ghost face thing. So like after Halloween, he would like mess with it, joke with it, take it with him. He took it with him. I don't know why.
Oh, was he
And
a prank? He's a prankster then. He's like a prank to you guys. Like, would he prank you guys?
well, he would put it on, like peek around the corner, but it wouldn't be
Oh,
nothing out of the normal.
does he
I'm kind
take
of
walks? Is he known to like take walks to clear his head or anything?
Yeah, sometimes, and I've told this to the cops and everybody. But we've checked everywhere possible. We even had the canine dogs go over to where I think he would be if he needed to clear his head, and there was no scent found. And so this is why I'm so concerned, because this is not something my son just does. And
Right.
I'm wondering if he's like taking that mask as a sensory situation, because
Sure.
that's what he would do. But I just find it
Yeah.
weird that his phone's been off this whole time, and that's not like him.
It's always on his phone.
Yeah, he always has his phone on. Like if he's not on his phone, like I'll have to remind him when we're out, like because I always take him everywhere with me. I'm like,
Hmm.
Colton, get off your phone for a bit. You can be a half hour without it. You could be an hour without it. Put it in your pocket,
I think
and
they
then
hyper focus on the I think.
what was that? Sorry.
I think they hyper focus on those electronics.
Yeah, and so I would have to remind him even when we'd be like in a store. I'd be like, Colton, get off your phone. You got to get off your phone. And I'd be reminding him to get him off his phone. And I'm like, you can't just depend on the phone. I mean, I know kids are like that these days, but I wasn't raised like that. I was just like, we didn't have technology like we have now, And
Oh,
so,
I agree.
and I'm not that old. I'm only 41, but like, I don't even focus on my own phone. Like, I just do what I got to do, and have to remind him, Colton, get off the phone. This is more important right now. And then he'll be like, okay, he'll put it in his pocket. And then maybe a half hour, he'll be pulling it back out. I'm like, Colton, put the phone away.
Oh,
I know it sounds funny, but that's just the way he was. But I'm
right.
just like, he's got to be somewhere. That's all I got to say. He's got to be somewhere. Someone has to know something, because a 6'3", 272-pound friggin' human is not just gonna go missing like this.
Yeah.
It's impossible. He's a big boy. He's not a small boy. He's not fat. He's just husky. And
Yeah.
he's tall. He's tall and he carries his weight just fine. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, my son does have an anger problem when he needs to use it. And that's why I don't understand, like, if he has all this anger behind himself, because he's got a bad anger problem, which he's in therapy for. and he's also in
Right.
therapy for a lot of other things. So, like, with his anger, like, he's a brick wall. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
can't even move my own son, and I'm not exactly a small lady, but
Right.
and it's kind of crazy, like, just the way he is. He's a brick wall, like, when you meet him. I'm not gonna lie. He can lift. I'm gonna be honest with you. He can lift a 300-pound transmission. He can lift an engine out of a car. He's that strong.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
because he used to work with my fiance, and he would help with that. And so, like, I'm just like, what's going on here? This is abnormal. Someone's got to know something around here in Ogden. I'm praying and hoping, because I'm just hoping this isn't a human trafficking deal. I feel like it is. I don't know. I can't pinpoint that. If I could, I wouldn't be here asking for help. And so
Right.
this is what has happened. I've reached out. The first night he came up missing, which is the 14th, which is a Friday. His girlfriend came over like normal. She spent all day with us. We had a nice dinner. We joked around. We had a good time. And then dinner went over, and me and my fiance came down in our room, and my mom is upstairs. She was in her room, door shut, and they were upstairs. Just, I guess his girlfriend was saying he was playing Roblox, and they were joking and wrestling each other, how they do. And then out of the blue, like 9:45 comes up, and because she has to be home by 10 o'clock, her parents are kind of strict because they're LDS, and so he walked her out like normal, and then he comes in, and then he was sitting in his room, and I'm like, in the dark, and my mom came out of her room. Now, this had to have been about 10:15, 10:30ish, and maybe a little bit before. I think about 10:15, my mom went in to use the restroom, and it was dark in the house, because it's dark up there, if there's no light on. So my mom's like, "Hey, Colton, can you turn the light on so I don't fall?" And he has the nerve to say, "Oh, you'll be fine." And then she made her way to her room the best way she could. And so after that, my mom didn't think anything of it, because he's like, "Well, I'm going to take a nap." And I'm like, when all this is coming to my eye from what my mom was saying, I'm like, that's not normal. He doesn't take a nap at that time. He doesn't take a nap at all during the night. Normally he's on his video games. And so it was like, she just went to bed. And then after that, my fiance goes upstairs around 11 o'clock to make some food. And he noticed my son's door was halfway closed. And that's not like him. Normally he has his door open. He'd be on his Xbox playing Xbox. And so my fiance checks our living room, and he's not in there. And he checked everywhere upstairs. And so he comes down. He's like, "Where's Colton?" I'm like, "He's upstairs." And he's like, "No, he isn't." And I'm sorry to use this word. I said, "What the hell do you mean?" And he said, "He's not upstairs." And I'm like, "Well, go look out on our property, because we have a little bit of a lot of a property in the back with our farmhouse and that, because we have goats back there." And so I was like, "Go check back there." So he did. He checked our whole property. We didn't find him. So, and I'm gonna say this: I'm an amputee. I lost my leg in 21 due to COVID. So I popped my legs on, and we go out in my car, and first place I drive is over by the Riverwalk, where I've been telling you that he would take a walk to.
Right.
And we got out. I get on my scooter, because I'm unable to walk, and we scrolled the whole place for like an hour and a half. Okay, maybe a little bit less than that, because I was freaking out. Didn't find him. We went and searched over by the Winco parking lot. Didn't see him. So as soon as I get back to the house, I called the cops, and I called 911. I didn't even call the non-emergency. I said, "Call 911." I said, "My son's missing. He's missing. This is not like him." Prior to this, about a week and a half before this person kept bothering him online, telling him that they found his IEP. I told Colton, just need to block them, ignore them, don't even freaking pay attention to them. It came back a second time where they did the same thing, and I
You
kept
think
telling him, Colt,
you think that's what scared him?
I think that's what scared him. And then,
Oh.
excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. Anyway, so after that, I told him what happened, and I told Colton after the second time, I'm like, block him, delete the account. And he's like, "Mom, why do I need to delete my account?" I'm like, "Just delete it." He didn't listen to me. So he's like, "I'll be okay." I said, "Okay." I was like, "If this happens again, you delete that account and you block them again. You don't need any of these problems. We don't need any of that." And so he told me, this was probably, I want to say Monday or Tuesday of that same week before he went missing. He said, "Mom, I deleted the account, And because they came back and bothered me and they said they'll see me Friday, I'm like, don't worry about them, Colton, because you know how people they pull a whole bunch of things online to scare the shit out of you, and I'm like, don't worry about them. I'm like, if they come here, I'm not saying this, I know I probably can't say certain things on YouTube, but I got a pew pew and I'm not afraid to use it.
Right. I'm not monetized, so I usually just say whatever.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I said I
Yeah.
have guns and I'm willing to use them.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, you have nothing to worry about, honestly. And so
Right.
so 3 days later, this happens. He goes missing and his phone gets off. His phone's been off. And I'm like, no. So I told the cops everything. Well, I even called the FBI the following day, which was Saturday, okay? After I called the FBI, they got all the information they needed, and then they said, okay, be put over to a detective. I said, okay, great. And then the same day, which was Saturday, it was pouring rain, pouring. My friend had reached out, well, not a friend, she's like a family member. She lives in Wellsville. She called out to me and she said, call these canine people out. They're a nonprofit. They search for missing people. And I'm like, great. So they came out the same day. Bless their heart. Like they came out and did
Oh,
what they had
that's
to do.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
great.
they came out the same day. They ran from my fence line down to 17th and Wall, and that's where they lost his scent. And I said, what about the wooded area? Can you guys bring him over there? They did it. No scent of any kind over in the wooded area. And I'm like, someone had to pick him up. Because if you lost scent, someone picked him up. So
Yeah.
on that day, the same day, they left and they did what they had to do. I called the cops and I said, this is what's going on. The dog's lost scent. I need drones out. I need something out. I'm not just going to stop here. And they said, well, it's raining. I said, I understand that. What if it had stopped raining? Well, the cop at first didn't want to help me. And I'm like, look here, sir. This is what I'm going to say to you. You help me, or I'm going to call every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, or every single day until I get the help I need. And
Good for you. Good for you.
and
Yeah.
so he hung up. He hung up with me.
Oh,
25 minutes later, he calls back and he says, this is what I'm going to do. And he's like, we're gonna check everywhere possible. We'll walk the trails ourselves, even though you put out posters. He's like, we'll see if we can run drones. I'm not guaranteeing that's gonna happen, but in the long run, they did run the drones for 2 hours in the wooded area from 12th Street all the way up to the mountain. Okay, over by the dinosaur park and all of that. They did run the trails over there. They said they didn't see anything. They walked the trails. They did everything they could. They went to all hotels, all motels, all gas stations, all the truck stops and hospitals, and even the Lantern House and the Mission. And he wasn't there. Nowhere. So they've done their part there. But the detective with the FBI transferred over the case over to a detective here with OPD, and his name is Detective Tracy. And the last time I heard from that man was last week. I haven't heard anything from him this week at all. I haven't heard nothing. The last time I heard from him was the beginning of last week. And he hasn't reached out since. And I told him, I gave him all the information of my son's iCloud account, which we tried to resurface to where I could put my number in. I have to wait until the 27th. I'm not willing to wait that long. They haven't even gone through the courts to get any documentation of like a warrant or a subpoena or anything like that for his phone or the TikTok account that got deleted. I've given them all of that. I've even given them the whole solution of come get my son's Xbox and you can forensic the thing. I don't really care at this point. Do whatever you got to do. No
right.
one's reached out to me at all with law enforcement. Nobody.
That's terrible. Terrible.
And so I'm like, I'm doing everything I can. Me and my family and friends have already put out 1,500 plus flyers just to find my son. Yeah, people are seeing them, but that's it.
Yeah. We do have a few questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I had saved some. If I could help. Questions sometimes looking, and it does help to have a few questions to kind of guide us along the way to a good place. But the ones I have starred says this is from Mark Schumann. He wants to know, did Colton have any enemies at all or anybody he had feuded with?
No, not in person, no.
Okay.
Sometimes like how people they'll bully somebody and then my son would come back at them probably with a mouth he shouldn't have used.
Sure, we all have
You
done
know,
that.
because
We're all
people
guilty of that.
people are yeah, people are so bullied online, and like he gets tired of it because he's been bullied for a while.
Right.
And I'm wondering if like he lashed out the wrong person and they knew how to get through to an IP
Yeah.
address, and that's what's going on. But I don't think he didn't have any enemies in person. Honestly, my
Okay.
son didn't meet one.
Okay. The next one, oh, Mary says, I think they find him safely. We do too, Mary. Webby says, does your county or city have Project Life?
Have sorry, you cut out there. I
Oh, I'm
apologize.
sorry. Webby would like to know if your county or city has Project Lifesaver.
Honestly, I don't even know what that is.
Okay. I'm
So
not
maybe if we can get more information, I'd be more than willing to look into that. But
sure.
like, I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry.
Okay. Not positive either, but I look that up and send you that information.
That would
Cash
be
want,
wonderful.
Cash wants to know, did he have any other mental like incompetence? Like, was there any other mental health issues besides?
Sorry, you cut out again. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep cutting out. It could just be this mic here. Is there any other mental health issues that issue with this? Like, is he paranoid or anything besides the bullying on the phone, of course?
No, I think my son. I'll just give you a little bit of a description. My son has
Okay.
depression. He has PTSD from my first husband, and that he also struggles with anxiety, and he has a bit of an anger issue when it's flared up with a certain situation. Um, he does have outbursts of anger when he has something really borrowing his mind, like bothering him big time. Like um, he also is mentally incompetent. He doesn't know what a dollar. He doesn't know what a dollar's worth. He doesn't know about anything with money of any kind. That's why he didn't take any money with him. I have his ID because he's one of these people that will lose something. So I literally have everything of his birth certificate, social security card, ID. He didn't take anything like that with him. So this was not really much planned out. Like I want to say, it's not planned out. Somebody did something for him to do this. And so like he's not mentally not able to make choices like us normal people are. I'm going to say that just that way. He's not
So
able to do that.
he's vulnerable. He's
Yes.
definitely vulnerable.
Yes, ma'am, he is, because
Okay.
when I go somewhere and I see him acting out a certain way, I'll be like, Colton, you can't be doing that, man. Don't be doing that, because if people see you doing that, they're gonna look at you all weird. And he's like, Mom, I don't care. And I'm like, I do care because you have a reputation to hold. And so I'm like, you got to calm down. If someone's looking at you, just don't look at them. Just look somewhere else. Because like people stare. They stare at me all the time because I'm an amputee, but I don't really care because I'm just at that point. I've been down the road. I don't really care what people think of me. But
At our age, we don't. At our age, we're just like,
exactly. But with him being the way he is, and autistic and highly on the spectrum,
right.
everybody that stares at him, he's on it. He's like fight or flight kind of deal. And I'm like, dude, you don't know how to fight for one. Like as far as that goes, and I'm like, you don't need a record, so let's keep it clean, and you just gotta mind your business and do you, and don't worry about anybody else.
Has he ever mentioned anything about like self harm, like suicide or anything like that?
Um, no, he's had some suicidal things, which his therapist knows about,
Okay.
but and he has been put in the psych area of the hospital. This was like maybe a year ago. But nothing out of the normal, because he just had therapy with her before he went missing, and she even called me. She's like, I didn't see anything out of normal. He seemed pretty happy. We discussed what was going on with his mind, because I'm like, okay, he showed me everything he wrote down. It wasn't anything out of the normal. And so she's like, I'm really not supposed to discuss things with you. I know you're on all of his records, but I'll just tell you, because she called me yesterday and I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing he told me. He said he wasn't thinking of anything bad or anything. He seemed pretty happy. And then Friday afternoon, he was happy because he got to see his girlfriend and whatnot. Because she spends Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here at our house because she has to work during the week. And so I'm like, they were pretty happy. They were wrestling, joking around, sharing.
Oh, now you're cutting out a little bit. I don't know if it's my internet or yours. Bobby, are you still there? She may have a disconnect for just a minute. She may have to come back. No, Stormy, I didn't see your question. If let me go back up here while she might be having trouble. Oh, that's it. She'll be right back. Um, let's see. I didn't see your question, Stormy, but I'll get back. I'm starring all the questions so I can get through. I kind of just want her to feel heard. And Bobby, if you're listening, come on back up here and there you are. Okay. Oh, do you want to shut your camera off, Bobby, before I let you up here? I know you said you didn't want to be on camera. Oh,
Anyway,
you're on camera. Do you want to shut your camera off or is it
no,
okay?
I'll be
Is it
okay.
okay?
I'll
All
be
right.
okay.
All right. I just wanted to make sure. We do have some questions. She says, Stormy says there's so many kids that are being lured through video games, and that's very, very true. Webby says that Project Lifesaver is the premier search and rescue group operated internationally by public safety agencies and is strategically designed for at-risk individuals who are prone to eloping. So
Okay,
we'll definitely look into that and get together and get
that'd
some
be great.
information for you because that sounds perfect for what
Yeah,
you need.
and I honestly think like I don't know who to reach out to because the cops ain't doing anything about it, but I honestly feel that the whole situation is on this TikTok account that got deleted.
Did he delete that, you think, or did someone else?
Someone had to told him to delete it. That's all
Oh,
I know. I don't know even the information leading to the whole account. We tried to reset it to maybe put it over to my situation. It goes through his phone number, which his phone is off. There's no way of tracking it. The only way I know is for the cops to get a subpoena with TikTok in order to get that account. I've done everything possible.
wow. Stormy says video games. Was he in contact with anyone through video games and met up with them maybe? It happens so often. I mean, maybe.
That's
We don't
that's
know.
I don't know. That's a maybe. I don't know
Yeah.
any. I didn't
Yeah.
even know he had a TikTok account. I didn't know about any
Oh,
of these accounts that he even had. He said something said came up about Discord, and I was like, Colton, you better not have a Discord. I already told you about this because he had a Discord before, and I told him you better
Lord.
delete that account. I don't want that even here because
Yeah, and
I already know what it is. It's a video game thing where they talk
mhm.
and it's about video games. And I was like, don't have that account ever again. Well, he had deleted the first time when I told him, and then out of the blue, another one comes up, and I'm like, the email that's attached to this Discord account is nothing that I know. It starts with an
Right.
A. I don't even know anything that starts with an A. And that's the whole thing. I've been
Mhm.
scrapping through every way possible to find this information, and I don't know. And I'm sorry,
Hmm.
I'm gonna break down again.
Oh, take your time. Take your time. But you can turn your camera off if you need to. If you need a minute, take a minute. This is anything just to help you. You want me? Let me take you down for a minute from the screen so you can have a moment. All right, I've got you down. When you're ready, kind of give me a thumbs up so I know that you're good. But take a moment. Take all the time you need. This is your baby. I get it. We're here for you. Definitely here for you. Cash, we don't know. We don't know if it was anything like that. They just noticed that he had been, he was gone, and there was some guy on the internet that told him that they had found his IP address and that they would see him Friday. Well, 3 days after that, he went missing. So we're not sure. You're good. Okay. All right, Bobby. I brought you back up. They can hear you.
Um, I'm just at a sit still because the reason why they're probably not taking this serious, I'm gonna be honest with you, is because my son is 20, but mentally he's only 15 or 16 years old. That's why he's so vulnerable, and these cops here aren't seeing that. Oh, he's 20, he's an adult, he can come and go as he wants. That's not the case here.
Have you
The
thought
case,
about calling your state? And, because you know how they have like elderly abuse. You can call state and let them know, hey, does he, I'm not trying to be like too personal, but
no, you go right. I will tell anybody
does
anything they
he
need to
get,
know. I'm an open book right now.
does he get like disability or anything where
Yes,
you could,
yes, ma'am.
okay, you can
I
call
take
state.
care of his. He's on Social Security because he can't get a job right
Okay.
now. He can't do a job. I take care of all of his banking stuff. I'm the only one on his banking account, so it's not like he can go to the bank and say, "Hey, I got a account here," and they give him money, because that's not the case. I have his ID.
Yeah, I would call state. Cash, I didn't take it that way, honey. I'm sorry if it sounded that way. I didn't take you as being insensitive. But I would call state and I would report this. He's missing. I can't get any help because they may be able to offer some services or
Would
at
you
least
be
try.
able to help me with that
Yes,
information?
I
Because
will try to
I'm
yeah, I'll try
unclear
to
with
find
any
all
of
those
this.
numbers. I will try
And
to
then
find all those numbers for you.
and then
Sure.
also, if I have to step on some toes, I will.
Yeah.
I already got a lady's name. Her name is Monica. She works with the Attorney General's office. Um, I'm helping a nonprofit is trying to help me along with this investigator, which she hasn't done much, like I've already said. She gave me this information. So if I have to go to the Attorney General's office to get something done, I will, because this is unacceptable. They didn't even let do an Amber Alert for my son, considering the situation. They said that he doesn't meet requirements. He's
Right.
incompetent. He doesn't know right from wrong right now. He doesn't know any of these things. Obviously, he's not making it home with direction
Yeah.
because he's not good with direction. He doesn't even know where he's probably at right now.
He probably can't keep track of time either. I know with my grandson, there is
Exactly.
no keeping track of time. There's no time.
No. And so, like, this is what I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm going to be honest with you. Every single night I've been out, like the first 5 or 6 days, actually, I'm going to say 7 or 8 days, me and my fiance were out at 4 a.m. trying to look for him. We didn't come home
Oh,
until it was 4 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like, and then you come home and you're sitting here and you're like, where could he be? Where could he be?
right.
It's so cold here. You can't just go out. You're going to freeze to death.
That was my next question. How is the weather at night? Because I know Utah gets pretty cold at night.
It's very cold. Like
Oh,
I went out for an hour and a half yesterday after being on the phone, social media, computer, and all of that for hours, looking for him. I had a flashlight out, looking through my I can only walk. I can't really walk, okay? I've already indicated that, but I'm in my car with a flashlight looking. Can he be over here? Can he be over here? Nothing. Me and my mom went out yet last night because my fiance has to work. He works for the DOD. And he can't be here right now. He can't just be without work. That's our financial situation. So I'm
right.
like, we're looking around last night for an hour and a half at the homeless shelter. Nobody. Like, everywhere I can think.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing.
This is a nightmare for you. This is horrible.
This
So I
is the
know.
worst nightmare I've ever woke up to. I have to wake up like this every day because I don't
Yeah,
have the help I need by law enforcement. They're supposed to be protecting and serving, and they're not even doing that. Like I told the cops, why don't you guys have a separate unit for missing people only, and then you have the ones that do the crime in that? That doesn't make any sense.
oh, they have a missing persons unit?
No, I said, why don't they have one?
Oh, right. Yeah, I think they should in every state. I agree. I think every state should have one, honestly.
But no Amber Alert. Like
Right.
they do Amber Alerts for old people. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No,
Don't
I
think
know.
I
I know
am.
what you mean. The endangered
They do
alert.
the silver alerts for
Mhm.
older people that are missing. Why
Yes.
can't they do it for incompetent or Down syndrome people? This
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
Yep, I agree. Especially the endangered alert isn't taken as serious. They put it on there, but I mean it and they did a wonderful job. The Ware Foundation did a wonderful job on this flyer, and I do want to thank them while we are live because they did do an amazing job
Yes,
with
they
this
did,
flyer.
and they reached out to me, and they didn't have to.
Right, right. Yeah.
There's also another lady. She's in another state. Her name is Kay Nolan, and the guy's name here in Brigham City. His name is Jason Clark. They are trying the best they can, but I haven't even heard from him.
Oh. Mm.
And so the only thing he's done for me is drop off 100 flyers. But she says, I swear to you, he's doing what he's doing. He's just not reaching out to you right now. They go to places that you probably wouldn't get out of. And I'm like, well, at least communication would be key.
Definitely. And share those flyers, even on social
She
media.
shares them
Share,
from
share.
her end. She shares them from her end, which I'm grateful.
Right.
She
Yes,
calls me and she says, "Is there anything that you need I can do for you?" She
right,
does a lot of reaching out, but honestly, I haven't heard nothing from this guy that's local.
right.
I don't. I'm not trash talking him. That because
Oh,
he
no,
came
no, I
here.
understand.
I don't trash talk anybody. Whatever help I can get, I'm grateful. But like,
Be very careful with that though, because especially on these platforms, please look into any kind of creator, especially on YouTube, before you tell them your story and your son's story, because they're just as any other social media platform. There are snakes everywhere. Just please be super, super
I'm
careful.
probably giving your podcast and all these people that are watching on this podcast more information than I've given them
Because they've
because
not asked. They didn't
they
ask.
haven't asked the right things. Like
Oh,
I do give them everything they need. I'm not gonna lie.
right,
I've given them everything, but like certain details about his therapy, I really don't talk about that. But I've been talking that to about you through you and all these people listening.
right.
I didn't tell them his mental situation with his therapist because there is confidentiality at some point.
Oh, sure, sure,
And but
definitely. And it's not easy to have to air out your son's issues. Nobody wants to have to do that, but if it brings him home, I can see your point. But please just
exactly.
be
That's why I
careful.
said I'm an open book. I have nothing to
Yep,
hide. And
right,
there's a lot of parents that have missing kids that don't give out all that information because
right,
they're either scared or whatnot. I'm not gonna even say that, but I'm
right.
here.
I
I'm
understand.
here on this podcast to tell whoever's listening, please reach out. That's all I need. I need someone to reach out, help find him. I already have a $300 reward, but I have other people having money in on this reward. So I don't want to give that amount out right now, but
No,
it's not
no.
just me giving that reward. I put a
Yeah,
$300 reward. I mean, if there is more out there, but I just don't want to put the whole thing out there.
sure, sure. Because I mean, you don't want to put it all out there anyway, because then fake tips come in, and you do. And I want to stress that
Exactly.
this money is not for just any tip. It is to bring him home. Like, if
Exactly.
you have the tip to bring him home, then that's what it's for, not for just any tip doesn't get $300.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So like I said, it's not just the 300 I put in there. It's more than that, but I'm not putting the whole amount out there because of what you
Right.
just
Yeah,
but
because they will. It will go crazy if
whoever
you do
can help
anymore.
me, whoever can help me, I will be grateful to the Lord.
Right.
I'm putting God on this whole deal because God's got to show the light to this situation.
And he will.
And my family and I are Christian people. We're not LDS, but we do go to church. We are
Mhm.
Christians. I'm just I've leaned on my church for understanding, leaned on God for understanding, but I'm putting this all in God's hands because He's the light to this deal. I'm still
Right.
gonna search for my son every single day until we find him. I or someone finds him.
Right.
But the guiding
Gina,
light is God right now. The guiding light is God, and I know my
yep.
son is out here alive. He's not dead or anything like that. I never wanted to wish that, but people are putting on here on the forums. Oh, maybe a coffin or a tragic thing is gonna come into
I
the fact. I
know.
don't even
And
want to hear that.
yeah, try not to even look at stuff like that, because that gets even worse. It'll get worse than that, if, honestly. And it's heartbreaking for me to have to tell you that, but it's going to get a lot worse than that, because they look at, unfortunately, missing persons' families turn into prey. So these snakes come out and they try to get their bite and try to see if they can get in here. And then they go begging for money, or they take your case and they add on to make it look like more. And it's so sad. I'm just sick and tired of it. It pisses me off to no end. But at the
Yeah, and
same time,
like I like
if
I
they
told
could
my
help,
like I told my family and the church and everything, the devil's trying to play in this, and
mhm,
I will not let that happen. My
right,
spiritual side with God is bigger than anybody would ever think. But
yep,
the devil is not going to play in my household, and this is what's
right,
going on because my question of the whole thing is if this is human trafficking, what are people getting gratification from this? They're not getting
right.
gratification at all. They're either A, going to end up in prison, or they're going to ruin someone's life. Like I'm not willing to just sit here and let that happen.
I respect you so much for that. Gina Bean Gina Bina says, "I'm in Wyoming and have sent this to everyone I know. I'm so sorry, Mama."
Thank you. God bless you.
So you have a big support system. There's several on here wishing, just prayers. And Cash says, "Unfortunately, the truth is what it is. You do not preempt, nor yeah, you don't, and you don't preempt, nor you just don't deal. I mean, I don't think it would be, in my opinion, I don't see this as a trafficking thing, because he's a big guy. He can defend himself. I would see this more as maybe going for a walk, meeting with, maybe running into the wrong person, or someone just said, 'Hey, come party with me,'
Yeah,
and
and there's
you just don't know where he is."
Yeah, there's so many drugs around here. Like, how do you
Yeah.
not know someone didn't walk up and shoot him up with drugs? My son's never done a
Yeah.
drug in his life. He doesn't even drink. I don't even condone that in my own house.
Or maybe they convinced him to have a drink. I mean, we at this point we don't know. The vulnerability with autism is so scary as a parent.
Yeah.
It is.
And
You don't
and
know
the
what
thing
they
and
can
the thing of it
comprehend.
is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've may have been here 15 years, but in the 15 years I've been here, I'm not even from here originally. I'm from Arizona. Like, I know nobody here. My circle is so small. Other than going to church and having my extended family up north by Logan, I don't talk to anybody. I come home, take care of business with my family. I go shopping when I need to, go to doctor's appointments and take Colton where he needs to go. And then I mind my business. So this is out of the ordinary. I know no one here.
See, that's worse. That makes it even harder for you.
Yeah, because I'm not even from here. I'm from
Right.
Arizona.
Right. Mm,
So I'm stuck in a position of I'm doing everything I can do.
right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My depression is getting very bad.
Right.
Like,
I couldn't see how it couldn't, honestly. We do need to, in my chat, if you guys know of any of the missing person advocates in Utah, please reach out to me and I can get it to her or even reach out to her. I think Jazz might be, I'm not sure which one, but I know I've seen like missing in Utah flyers. I've got to go back and find which one, but there are several different foundations that make them. But I would love to find a good missing persons advocate for Utah that can help this family. This is beyond heartbreaking because this could be something he could have went for a walk and met the wrong person, or he could have just been lured out and someone saying, "Hey, let's have a drink." Well, if he's never drank before, it could be something like that. I want to stay on the positive side of this, not the negative, but I also don't want to leave it blinded to the negative because we have to face, what could be. But let's try to stay positive until we have no reason to be. Faith goes a long way.
exactly.
We can't give up. We can't give up.
Yeah, I'm not willing to give up. Like I
Right.
said, my fiance works for the DOD, and he's even breaking down at work. And my mom, she really doesn't cry much, but she's been pouring her eyes out and heart out as well. Like, all I can say is, whoever can help me find my son, you'll get the reward you deserve. And not only that, but God will give you the reward you deserve, because
Right.
this is not okay. This is not okay. This is the worst nightmare I've ever been in my lifetime.
Right. Right. Because this whole time, because I know even with my grandson, it's like every day of protecting and worrying. When you send them to school, you worry. They go, and when they get older, it has to be even worse because I'm not that far yet. Because for me, my grandson's 10, so I can't imagine it can't get any easier the older they get because then they can do what they want and you can't stop them. So it
Exactly.
has to be very hard, really hard.
Yes,
TJ
ma'am.
is a good advocate. She said she will keep an eye out. She knows quite a few of good advocates around. So if we can find a missing persons advocate in Utah that's closer to you, they will know more resources than I would know,
Yes,
which
ma'am.
which would be great. We'll take these resources, guys, and if you have them, throw them out there. We'll take any of them. At this point, she's desperate for resources, answers. Um, I would definitely call the Social Security office and let them know what's going on because there has to be a state. For us, we call state, and then they will investigate. Like they even investigate nursing homes, schools, elderly abuse. Well, this would be disabled persons abuse because they're not helping. They're not
No,
helping find him.
no,
The
ma'am, they're
phone
not.
being off the phone being off is alarming to me, I will admit. But at the same time, if he was gonna sneak out of the house and go have a few drinks because somebody lured him out, but he don't want his phone, you might know where he's at, you know?
Exactly.
And you never know.
Yes,
Goodness,
ma'am. But I do appreciate
heartbreaking.
you getting me here on the podcast so everybody could hear the story and get it out. I'm
Yeah,
really grateful.
anytime. My platform is always open, and if you have anything else to say, please do. I mean, first I wanna say if Colton is listening, feel free to talk to him, maybe just by I mean, I know it's rare, but if he could possibly see this, the floor is yours. Say whatever you need to.
Colton, if you're seeing this, please know your mom is missing you. And I love you and I want you to come back home. This is destroying us, son. Please reach out. I don't care. You're not in trouble. We just want you home so this nightmare can be gone. whatever you're going through, reach out to me, please, or these people on here. If you're seeing this, I care and I love you and I want you home. Please, son, do whatever you can to get home. That's all I gotta say.
No, God love you. I'm so sorry you're going through this. I am. Terrible.
Thanks everybody for helping me. I appreciate everybody.
Well,
God
thank you.
bless you all.
God bless you. And anytime that you feel like you need to be heard, please feel free to let me know. You can come right back up here. And I don't care if you got to scream, what if you got to yell, cry, whatever you want to do. Just let me know. I'm here for you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless.
All right, guys. Wow, that was so heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Guys, please share his flyer. I have it shared on Facebook. I have it on, I think I have it on my community wall. If not, I will as soon as this is over with. I just, she is such a sweetheart. She's lost. She needs help. If you are in the Utah area and you know these resource numbers that I can give to her, please, please send them to me. Facebook Messenger is a great way to get a hold of me. But please, if you pray, keep her in your prayers. Colton, if you're out there, please, please get a hold of your mama. Please don't be afraid to. She's not mad at you, I promise. And if you don't want to tell her, well, I'll tell her. Get a hold of me. She just needs to know you're okay, Colton. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I know this was heartbreaking, but if it's heartbreaking for us, imagine how Bobby feels. Pink Peony, I'm sorry I missed you, honey. Thank you for joining. Guys, I can't thank you enough for being here. Please say a prayer for please share, share, share. We got to get his face out there. We got to bring Colton home. All right, guys. Well, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Nicole. You guys do such a great job. If you're not subscribed to Stolen Spirits, please do. Excellent channel for your flyers. Stormy has a channel. PJ, everybody in this chat. If they some of these people have some very, very amazing, amazing channels. But guys, with that, please share Colton's flyer. Get his information out there. Say a little prayer for him. And until next time, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you for understanding and being here and listening and asking questions because you guys matter too. All right, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Hearts that hurt, they find a friend. In every truth we help defend. For the bullied, for the gone, we'll keep their legacy strong.